Don't ever try to build a coaching business in 2025 because there's something significantly better that will make you way more money, be more profitable. You don't have to work 10-hour days, and you don't even have to sacrifice your freedom. So in this video, I'm going to break everything down for you so you don't have to make this mistake. So here are some of the results that I got for clients. I made 177K in the first 30 days for my clients, 17K, 10K, 20K, 65K, and Eddie resulted in making $1.1 million, and I helped him make $157,000 and reduce his churn by 60% to 8%. So yeah, but the old way of info businesses is sales driven. You probably know Iman Gadzhi, TJR Trades, Brett Scales, Grant Cardone, and you see all these people like have big operations, they have huge info businesses, they run a ton of sales teams, and they have complex funnels. So I'm gonna break every single thing down in this video. Like the first thing, like the old way of businesses or info businesses has, is that they build complex linear funnels. So they have an ad, they go to a low ticket funnel because it's easier to like get someone to commit with a low ticket price. They upsell to a 297 mid-ticket product, VSL or webinar, application, sales call, and then the person buys. But the reason why this doesn't work anymore is because it's just linear. Like no one buys in a linear fashion anymore. Like everyone would want to do research and they would want to actually look out and check out the person before they even buy your stuff. That's how the buyer's journey is. Example, if you buy something that you don't know anything about, you will look at the reviews, you will look at what the brand is, and before you even try the product. So there's no linear complex funnels anymore, and it's because the market is just sophisticated. It's just sophisticated with a lot of noise, with a lot of info scammers now. So yeah, it's just not gonna work as predictably, or it's not gonna work as effectively. That's the word. It's not gonna work as effectively as possible, So you don't want this massive funnel. So if you are doing these kinds of like info businesses, you're gonna get low profit margins. You're gonna get low profit margins with more chaos, with thousands of money spent on ads, with your payroll, sales team, overhead, and most of these businesses only keep like 40 to 60%. And the bigger they scale, the less they actually take home. And yeah, like what I talked about is that they spend thousands on ads. You have to constantly get leads so that you can actually like outcompete your competition. And ads are more expensive now because everyone is competing on ads and you have to outbid your competition. You're chasing volume and you're not chasing quality. The goal is to get more book calls, but even if most are unqualified, like quantity matters more than if like a fit. You're like closing people based on like volume. You're getting as many customers as possible, like 500, 1,000, 2,000 customers, but you're not like actually getting people to buy based on whether they are a good fit or not. So there's sales team dependency. You hire massive teams of like dialers, setters, closers with managers, and like there's so much stress that you need to like handle because you're just like hiring a bunch of people, and you have to constantly sign clients, and you have to constantly run ads so that you can feed them. Like what? Like how? Like why? So you over promise and you under deliver. Like there's so many people in the info space now with like tons of noise, and I'm not saying they over promise and they under deliver, by the way. I'm just saying that there's way more people that never put in this mirror board, that they just like over promise and under deliver. They don't fulfill, they don't they make crazy bold promises, bold claims, crazy claims like make 10K in 60 days or your money back. Like why would you even like listen to that if like yeah, like you can't guarantee someone like 10K in 60 days. Like they have to put in the work. So yeah. So they try to make all these crazy promises and claims to like give you certainty, but they after that they just under deliver. They don't get you results. They don't like give you the extra support. And all of that by saying it's scalable, like doing something that's scalable, like constantly adding more team members so that you can outsource and you can scale past like 500K per month, 1 million per month. And I've seen this like over and over again with like multiple businesses now. But there's a new way of info businesses, and there's a new way of coaching businesses that you should tap in on. So the new way of consulting businesses, info businesses, coaching businesses is that they are all brand driven. So if you don't know who these three people are, they are Dan Cole, Justin Welsh, and William Brown. And all of them don't have a massive team. They still make like 500K, 200K, 300K, 1 million per month. Maybe not that, but yeah, the max William Brown makes 600K. Dan Cole, I don't know how much he makes, but he has a SaaS, so probably more than 300K per month. And Justin Welsh does pretty well himself. So all of them don't have a massive team. They don't have a massive like team with like dialers, setters, like multiple closers, copywriters. Then yeah, they don't have that. All of them have high profit margins with a lean team. Like you don't need multiple setters, closers, or managers. Like at 20K or 100K per month. And, like they are making more than that with a team of like 5 people. So and they keep like a lot of profit margins. They have like 70 to 85% profit margins, probably even like 83%. So they have simple acquisition systems, and they don't like they use both ads and they use content, or they use one, but it's preferably that you use both because why not? But now you don't have to pay thousands of dollars on ads. You can use like profile visit ads, and you can get someone to actually look at your stuff and follow you, and you don't have to pay thousands of dollars. It's very simple to create a acquisition flywheel of both volume plus nurturing. You need both volume, and you need people to trust you, and you need someone to like actually research you and look at your stuff before they even buy from you. And this is the highest leverage thing you can do. You don't have to do cold DMs anymore. Content is actually the highest leverage thing that you can do. And you don't need linear funnels. Like funnels are not complex or linear anymore. Like there's no like add to VSL to like whatnot. Like it's not step by step. People go from looking at your profile to actually watching your YouTube to constantly seeing multiple IG stories, like your reels, your carousels, before they even DM you or buy from you. And by the time they do that, they're sold on you by you, your beliefs, who you help, who you don't help, and they're just 90% sold. So your content does all of the selling for you. Your client success rates are higher, are way higher, and you won't actually be working with people that don't take action, don't don't take risk, procrastinate, and you only focus on working with people who align with your values and are a good fit. And you're not closing everyone. You're literally picking your clients. That's the best thing ever. Why would you like do something? Why would you work with clients that you don't like working with? And your category of one. Like people buy for you. People trust you and not trust you based on your offer. They trust you as the person. Like every offer is the same out there, and you're basically that's how you differentiate yourself. You differentiate yourself from everyone else because no one can be you. No one can be me. And that's how I differentiate myself. That's how like everyone has their own values, their beliefs, like personalities, and yeah, like you are your offer. And you get to build a lifestyle design business. And you don't want to start coaching or managing 10 reps, like daily meetings so and stuff like that. And even if you outsource that, like, why would you like do that? Like, you'll just be so disconnected from your business, and you just want to make money, create impact, work with the clients that you genuinely like, and you want to live a life of freedom. And your business should reflect that. So, and eventually, if you want to scale, yes, go do that. But you don't need this entire like sales teams or like massive sales teams with like dialers, sellers, and all of that till you hit like at least 100K per month. And every coaching business that I've worked with or operated under on like has this core tree. And even brand driven businesses, they all fall under this core three fundamental pillars that everyone should follow and everyone should work on. Because first of all, like, you attract, you convert, and you deliver. It's that simple. And I see everyone overcomplicating shit. Like, they just overcomplicate every single thing, especially in the info space now. And it's that simple. But I'm telling you, simple doesn't mean easy. You just first you have to attract the qualified people, and you have to like convert them into paying clients, and you deliver. It's simple, but it's not easy. And that's the exact process that I use with like every single client that I work with. So the first thing is the offer and positioning is very important, that we use this as the foundation. Then acquisition, sales, delivery, and we eventually scale. And I'm going to break this down first, but the first thing is the offer and positioning. If you don't like dial in your offer and positioning, like, everything else breaks, everything else fails. Your offer, like understanding your ideal customers, like who you're targeting in your market, like everything. It's just the fundamentals, and a lot of people just don't focus on the fundamentals. That's the fundamentals. Every offer is the same now in the market, and everyone's competing on price, right? Like, you don't want to compete on price. You don't want to be a commodity. But the thing is, what makes you stand out is you. People will look at your content, they'll look at who you are, they'll look at your YouTube, your Instagram, your ads, and first impressions matter. Impressions matter, and after everything else, like, they will start to know you more, they will start to see your values, see your personal life, your lifestyle, and they'll connect with you. And if they see that you're an authority, you know what you're talking about with social proof how you live your life, or they eventually just understand what you do and how you help, and they will want to work with you. So it's people will see who you are, your beliefs, your values, proof, and expertise before they even buy from you. Right? The second thing is acquisition. So you don't just rely on content organically alone, and you don't just rely on ads alone, because you need both working together. And ads do the volume, and content does the nurturing. So you can even use content as your volume, and you can even use ads as your nurturing. So that's how I help my clients. I help them with both content and ads, with volume and nurturing, so that they get predictability. So through the process, they're not only sold on your authority, but they're also sold on you, because they consumed your content so much. They looked at your ads, they know who you are, and familiarity and exposure makes someone know you more, because they have to know, like, and trust you. If they don't know you, like, they are not able to like you, and they're not able to trust you. So the knowing part comes first. Then they have to like you, and they will eventually trust you. So that's how we do acquisition. And the third thing is sales. You diagnose their situation, you keep them accountable, and you send them sales assets in the DMs, so that you can prescribe them with like videos so that you can actually help them solve their problems first with the like it's like prescribing them with the correct medicine. So like you're like using video assets, sales assets, to send them in the DMs so that they can actually trust you more, see your process, see your expertise, so that they will actually be bought in. They will actually know who you are. They will know what your expertise in and how you can help them. And you don't need like 5 to 10 dialers or closers calling people and like stuff. You don't need to do that. All you need is 1 to 3 setters or closers. Like people will come to you or you will DM them, and it's just a natural conversation of like diagnosing their situation. Delivery, we only work with people that align with our values and get the best results, basically making sure that they are fit. That's all we are doing. And we systemize delivery and track client progress so we can keep them accountable. We can handle fulfillment without constantly doing one-to-ones while keeping your clients happy so that they can get the best results. And if you want to do like a coaching business, if you want to scale your coaching business, like that's what you need to systemize. The most important thing with every coaching info consulting business is delivery, is fulfillment, it's getting people results. And that's what you need to systemize, and that's what you need to dial in on, because like most people just focus on the acquisition and sales, but they don't focus on this. And that's why people would like say stuff on the internet and like social media, saying like they overpromise with like bold guarantees, bold promises, and they underdeliver. So you don't want to work with every single person. You want to only work with like a few people that will actually get results, so that your client success rates are high and you can deliver. So you don't want to basically help people that you can't help. And that's how you do that in your marketing and your content and everything, by disqualifying people that you don't want to work with, not accepting everybody. Because if you help everyone, you help no one. So, and eventually, once we do all this and we optimize everything, you just scale. You scale and you do what works. And the goal is to have leverage and freedom, and we focus on the highest leverage tasks so that we can scale and keep 70+% of profit margins and just work 5 to 6 hours per day or even lesser, and while still playing the long game. If you want to play this game, you have to think long term, and it's all about helping people. It's all about impact. It's all about making sure we can get clients results and changing lives. And the marketing just does like, and you just feed the client results back into the marketing, and it's just a flywheel. And the delivery model is simple, like with done for you elements and done for you consulting. And it's not just like group calls with like a course and like you not like fulfilling and stuff like that. Like people don't need more information. Like they need more like accountability, and they need more implementation. So it's not just like constant group calls or like whatnot. Like they need to implement the stuff. They need to implement the information, and otherwise they'll have information overload, and that's what you don't want. So with sales, it's DMs or sales calls, and with acquisition, it's your brand, your personal brand, and that's how people buy you for you with ads. So we don't have to spend thousands on ads, which makes like everything complicated. So with that being said, this is the new way of doing consulting, info, and coaching businesses, and you don't have to do all that complex stuff. It's very simple. I explained it to you in the simplest way possible so that you can actually implement this for yourself. But if you ever need more help with your coaching businesses, there's a link below in the description so that you can hop on a call with me and I can help you diagnose your situation. I can audit your entire business so that I can give you an entire roadmap on what you need to do to actually scale. So hope you like this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace.